my countrymen believe barn owls bring good fortune, and Hobby wanted to bring these birds to the castle, as he believed they would bring him luck on his quest. Hobby thought they were wonderful birds. He knew they had marvelous eyesight. He had seen them swoop down and catch their prey even on the darkest of nights. These birds of prey have lived close to man for hundreds of years. With their heart-shaped face, they gather sounds and can hear the slightest movement of their prey as they fly silently. Body so light, feathers soft, silent in flight, this bird's a delight. Those small creatures that hide in the long grass should take heed. Beware the silence. Beware the long legs. Beware the talons. How could a fisherman's son ever charm a barn owl? But he did.
I know you owls will bring me luck. On my quest, I will need to see like you, to hear like you. Then I can bring the birds back to Warwick. Come, my friends, come.
Having won over the barn owls, his quest had truly started. Hobby left Warwick in search of more birds of prey. Crossing rivers and seas, discovering new lands. He saw a wondrous sight. Here in the northern lands, Hobby saw a most splendid sight. It was the largest bird in the land, a white-tailed sea eagle. Hobby had seen nothing like it before. He was so excited to see it in full flight, with its massive, long, broad wings. This was to be a test for Hobby, a test of courage to meet such a grand bird. This great hunter will feed on carrion, or they may steal food from other creatures. All are in danger. Fish, rabbits, even other birds should watch out for the sea eagle. Hobby marveled at the glorious sight of such a powerful bird. Hobby was honored to have met the sea eagle, and he felt great joy that this bird would soon grace the skies above Warwick. He reached a new land in the north, and was pleased to find that the inhabitants, although strange in dress and manner, were friendly. Across the river, a strange figure appeared. They pointed at Hobby, then pointed to the sky. Then they summoned a bird. This huge, sturdy bird was a Steller's eagle. Those that cast their eyes on this magnificent bird are transfixed by its presence and power. Dramatic dark brown feathers, white wings, and a blazing yellow beak and talons. The Steller's eagle, one of the largest and one of the toughest eagles in the world. Living in harsh and desolate lands where only the toughest will survive, it must endure freezing, cruel winters, living off frozen fish, or when it sees the chance, stealing food from other birds. Hobby found this bird to be very formidable. Hobby felt humbled to have met such a magnificent bird. Seeing this mighty eagle made him more determined to fulfill his quest, and for him to become the master falconer at Warwick Castle. It was time for Hobby to continue on his quest. He was determined to fulfill his promise to me and to himself. Hobby searched the skies of this new land, for he had heard of a large bird of prey that is rarely found in England. Then he saw the largest owl he had ever seen, an owl the size of an eagle. This dramatic little bird is a predator that will rule its land with an iron will. Although naturally timid, they are a master at using stealth and silence to catch their prey. But, lucky for Hobby, this eagle owl seemed friendly enough, especially when offered food.
I'm recording it all.
This nocturnal bird of prey will hide in the trees, almost invisible, until the time is right to strike, to silently swoop down, razor-sharp talons at the ready. Rabbits, roe deer, even eagles, all should beware the eagle owl. Hobby was amused that this intriguing bird had been overcome by shyness.
Eagle Owl, I am in awe of your magnificence. To Warwick, fly true, fly safe.
Now Hobby was about to face his biggest challenge yet. Hobby continued his quest. He learnt of a group of birds that lived in a far-off land that were known to some as the wolf pack of the skies. Unlike other birds of prey that hunted alone, these birds worked together to stalk, chase, trap, and kill their prey. It was not long before he met these wolves of the sky. They were the Harris Hawks.
Yeah.
He understood why they were so popular in sport and hunting. Hobby learned that they lived and hunted as a family with a strict hierarchy, and he saw that the ruler of the family was a female. The young males will hunt, working together to flush out hidden prey, sometimes diving from the air or running on the ground. The females will deliver the final blow to the prey. Then they feast. Ladies first, of course. Hobby admired their hooked beak that seemed longer than other hunting birds. Their dark brown plumage, the white bar along the tip of the tail feathers, and their long legs that had very tough skin so they could perch on sharp plants. These birds can be protective of their territory and will viciously defend their lands from other hawks. Hobby heard a very strange story, that if there is no room to perch on a tree, they will sit on top of each other up to 4 birds high. Hobby looked forward to showing me this entertaining cast of Harris Hawks. Hobby continued on his adventure. He journeyed south, where he had heard about a strange-looking bird with enormous wings. For many days he searched, until one day he saw an unbelievable sight. It was an Andean Condor. Legend said this was the biggest flying bird in the world. On seeing this magnificent bird, Hobby knew this to be true. amazed to learn that the Andean Condor had a wingspan of over 10 feet. He saw that it did not flap its wings to fly, but used the air currents to keep it in the air. These giants of the air live in high mountains and open grasslands along coastlines. They are not natural hunters. They like to scavenge for food. Was ready to bring this large bird home somehow. Suddenly, Hobby saw another striking-looking bird flying towards him. It was a lammergeier, or a bone-eating vulture. A bird that can soar over the highest and most desolate mountains in Europe, scouring the land for carcasses and, most importantly, bones. They will carry off huge bones with ease, bones that weigh as much as they do, flying to a great height and then, with extraordinary accuracy, drop them onto the rocks below so they smash into tasty, smaller pieces, ready to be feasted upon. He smiled at the thought of the shocked people of Warwick seeing bones dropping from the sky. On all his adventures, Hobby has found many wonderful and unique birds, but there was one he still wished to find. And as he was about to return to Warwick, his wish came true.
Peregrine falcon! Peregrine falcon! Peregrine falcon! Is that a peregrine falcon? That's a peregrine falcon! Yeah! I know they look like that! Peregrine falcon.
This was the bald eagle. To Hobby, this bird
The
can
bald
bring
eagle!
power and freedom. A dominant and forceful bird that will face any kind of threat and never hold back. Fast, agile, brave, magnificent. Flapping its wings in flight, but soaring, holding them flat. Hobby was transfixed. The bald eagle is an aggressive predator, a true hunter. It does not care how it gets its food. It will eat carrion, steal fish from other birds, or hunt for its own, often swooping down and grabbing the fish with its sharp talons. Bald eagle would rule the skies of Warwick. Having found the majestic bald eagle, Hobby returned to Warwick and stood before me. He told me of his adventures, of the birds he had found. He reminded me of the reward he had wished for, to be my master falconer and care for the birds of Warwick. I reminded him that he also wished to see the skies above the castle fall once more with birds of prey. Both Hobby and I were rewarded. Once again, the skies above Warwick were full of many magnificent birds of prey, a sight that would indeed be the envy of the king. Warwick had a new hero, and he was destined to protect and care for these beautiful birds. Hobby had fulfilled the Falconer's quest. As you look into the sky, let your imagination soar. We have one world, one sky, and one future. Together, we must respect and cherish these magnificent birds. We hope you have enjoyed the Falcon's quest. Until we meet again, my friends. Until then, farewell.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have a round of applause for the falconry team who have worked so hard to bring you this show that you just see. And of course, the biggest round of applause should go to the birds who performed so wonderfully for you today. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if we could just ask you to stay where you are until you're asked to leave by the marshal, that's going to allow us to get you out as safely and as quickly as possible. But for now, thank you very much for joining us and enjoy the rest of your day.